Hi everybody, this is Sandy and we have new products over in the Frosted Design store. You need to check these out. This is awesome. These are by Lindy's Stamp Gang and we have starburst sprays, embossing powders, magical sets, try me sets, all sorts of things. This one right here is a Try Me set in green. Now, I went for the Try Me set because I get a little bit of everything. You get all four of these in one little package, okay? And when they arrive, they do not have liquid in them, okay? They just come with a little bit of powder that's in the bottom. Now, they have instructions, and it's very simple. Here's your fill line. And your instructions say, just add hot water to fill line. Let sit 10 minutes and then shake well before each use. Okay? So simple enough. Now, this one here is the Sea Mint Green. And this is a starburst spray. Okay? So that is the Sea Mint, which I cannot say without sounding like cement. This is Mystic Malachite, which is a brown but has green flecks in it, so it has a beautiful undertone. And this one here is Ponderosa Pines Olive, and this is a stain. It comes as a dauber, okay? So there you go. And then you get these little pots called Magicals, okay? This is also Ponderosa Pine. You just take your brush, okay, and you dip it in water. This is what I did, in water. Dip it right in there. And then you should see the shimmer. I wish my camera could pick this up. I'm hoping it does. But it is absolutely glorious in the way that this stuff just shines. I really love them. So you're getting a lot of glimmer in this. Now, some of these Magicals, this one's in the Tiffany Blue set. When you open this pot up, don't be surprised. It looks white, okay? But dip your wet brush in there. You'll see the color already starting to come out. And when you brush it on and mix it with whatever medium that you want to mix it with, glue, gesso, anything, okay, it comes out. So it's a beautiful color. So those are the new sprays that we have. And we have new stencils in the store too. This one is by Dylusions. This is called Flossie. Flossie comes with 3 different sizes, but all the same shape. So you have a large, a small, and a medium. They have little pop-outs that come, and you just take those out. So you have basically 6 different ways that you can use those stencils. Now, they are all the same position. So that means you can take it this way and use it that way, and you can take it and use it that way. That gives you 2 different versions. But let's play and expand on that idea, okay? I do recommend using the mechanical pencils and the white eraser that comes with the pen set that's in the store. I'm not going to be using pencil for my illustration here because the pen is going to show up more. So I'm going to do it straight in pen, which means there'll be mistakes that'll be there, but it's be easier for you to see. Now, when we're doing this one, the first one called Balance, first thing I want to discuss is the legs. She's got 2 different shapes, and that's one shape right there, okay? And then you can take it and lay it right over here and draw the same leg again, okay? So now she's got 2 straight legs instead of 1 straight and 1 bent leg. And that's one thing that you can do. Now, the other thing that you can do is change her arm positioning. Okay, so this is the way that the stencil is drawn. I've taken her skirt, and I did her skirt first, then I did the legs. That's my first set. The next thing that I want to do is mark where my neck is. That just gives me an idea of where her shoulder placement will be when I'm moving my stencil around. And the first thing I'm going to do is flip Flossie over here, and I'm going to put my neck basically that shoulder line, basically where that neck is right there. Now again, like I said, I'd be doing this in pencil first. Okay, so you have your shoulder, the straight arm coming out a little bit, okay, instead of coming straight down. See how it comes straight down? But now we're just extending it out, okay? And then here, I want to do her arm going up and her head tilted back a little bit. So I'm going to take her head, and I'm just going to tilt it a little bit, okay? Now, since she's going to have, this is her profile, you need to be able to add your profile to it. So you want to add a nose coming out, flatten a little bit where the eye is, round the head, flatten where the upper lip is, a little mouth, flatten where the lower lip is, indent the chin, and bring that back down. Okay? That's how to make a profile. And then what I'm doing next is I am just going to take her arm. I'm lining this neck part right back up. And I'm loosely, now I say loosely because things are going to have to change. So this is where her arm is coming out, okay? And then all you got to do is just connect her shoulder and her hand. You can come back in and draw her hand. Now I consider the balance to be one of the more difficult ones to do just because you have a lot of loose interpretation here. And if you'll notice, I have a line drawn from her leg straight up. And what that is that's showing me that's where her neck needs to be. Okay? Because the Flossie stencil is a little wonky in shape, okay, always make sure to check your center point. The next one's called Why Not? I think this one's easy. It's one of my favorite ones. Again, I started with her skirt first, did 2 straight legs, okay? And then put that right back where I traced it. Now the first arm is easy. You're going to trace right back over that same arm. Oops. See, now that was a mistake. And if I had my pencil, I'd erase this part right here because I didn't mean to draw her hand, okay? That's why you do everything in pencils first. Okay, again, I'm coming back. Now, another way to line up is the feet placement here. So because I need to take her arm out and away from the original line I've drawn around her, I need to know that her toe is here. That puts her elbow back in the same place. So again, drawing the arm, not the hand. Okay? Now her shoulder is a little weird there. So I'm going to come back, draw my line, basically going straight up so I know where her neck is. I can put her neck right back in there. Okay, see how I did that? And then I can bring her arm right back down. Okay. And then you just connect her wrist and her head. And again, now in this one, I have her head more straight on. Okay, so it's more of a circle instead of a oblique shape. Now you take her hands, take the stencil, and where this outside line is, you want to line up this cuff mark right here, just like so. Draw her hand. It's easy for me to do a cuff like a dress. Okay, there's one hand. Take your stencil, turn it over, line that cuff mark up right there where her hand meets her dress. Okay, same thing. Again, you're going to see that was my mistake, which would have been erased if I'd had done that in pencil. But there you go. That's Why Not. And then third one that I've got here is the Holding Heart, which I didn't write that on there. Okay. Again, she's got her basic shape. So I'd start with the skirt first. Then I do the legs. Take it, flip it over, do the other leg, connect, draw my line up with my pencil. Again, remember you're doing this with pencil so that I know where her head should be. That's if you want her head centered. You don't have to have her head centered. And on this, I'm just making 2 marks where her neck is. Okay, again, that gives me where her shoulders are going to come out from. I want to take her shoulders and square them off a little bit, so I'm tilting. And the reason, see how I'm tilting that to the side? That's why it's important to mark where her neck is and to mark your center line so that you don't ever get confused as to where you're going here. Now I'm going to take her and flip her upside down. And I know I want her hands to meet just about in the middle, so I'm going to start with her hands and go out first. Flip that over, do the same thing on this side. Okay. Okay. And see, when you're doing this in pencil, you don't have to worry about lines going through your other marks because you're going to be able to erase those. And then all I do here is just take and just connect. Okay, now I'm doing this really fast. Give her a little bit of shape there. Okay. And I do this in pencil sketching like this, and it helps. And then I would do, of course, my heart, because she's holding a heart in her hand. Okay. And I like her sleeves. Okay. And then you can come back and do her head. Again, you can have her head looking off, or you can have her head rounded. It doesn't matter, however you want to do it. So this is a way to take your stencils, stretch them out so that you get more use out of them. Always do this with pencil first, erase your lines, and then come back in and mark them. So you have the holding heart, the why not, the balance, and of course 2 versions of as is. I hope you enjoyed my little video today. Hope you get to stretch out your stencils and find different ways to use them. Would love to see what you come up with. Please share them over on the Frosted Design Facebook page. We have a great group of ladies over there. Everybody's sharing all their ideas, and we're working on our art journals. And if you figure out how to do this into a scrapbook page, we would love to see that, because I love seeing mixed media taken to scrapbook. So please play along, have a great week, and see you next Sunday. Bye.